Ladies and gentlemen, please stand or remain standing as North's Air Force JROTC Color Guard posts our national and state colors, and then for the national anthem as performed by the North High Band and Choir. You may be seated. Good evening and welcome to the 112th North High School commencement exercise. Thank you for being here to thank you to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2017. I am honored to stand here tonight to represent the North High staff. This staff is second to none in talent, the effort they put forth on a daily basis, dedication to the growth of all students, and professionalism. They have shown themselves time and again to be resilient, caring, committed, and innovative. Please give me a round of applause for the North High staff. I would next like to acknowledge my administrative teammates, Cheryl Leon, Jed Helwig, and Gary Spees. They, on a daily basis, bring collective insight and expertise to North High. Again, please join me in giving them a thank you round of applause. A committee under the direction of Sherry Eichler, Shar Winters, Molly Bai, Amy Cosgrove, Julie Mollison, and Janice Yamamoto has organized today's commencement. Their aim is to provide a dignified, compact, and memorable program. The support and cooperation of all will assure this takes place. We ask that you please read carefully and comply with the expectations on the back of your program regarding audience courtesies, picture taking, and allowing names to be heard when receiving diplomas. We will establish and maintain a prompt pace of name reading when diplomas are handed out. We ask that you hold applause and shout-outs until the end of the ceremony so all families can enjoy that moment where their loved one receives a diploma. It is now my privilege to introduce our outstanding Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Christine Osorio. Please welcome her to the podium.
Thank you, Principal Nelson. It is with great honor this evening that I will introduce to you a few honored guests we have with us. This evening I am joined by our school board members. I'm going to read their names if they could just wave briefly. I have with us our chair, Amy Coburn. We have Michelle Yenner. We have Caleb Anderson. We have Nancy Livingston, Becky Navy, Teresa Auger, and Steve Hunt, all with us this evening. Thank you to our school board for helping us graduate such an amazing class this year, class of 2017. We also have with us this evening our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Troy Miller. Graduates, Principal Nelson, colleagues, families, and class of 2017, I am truly delighted to be here and offer my sincere congratulations to all of you graduates. You've worked many years to earn your place tonight at tonight's commencement ceremony, and I'm honored to be among such a distinguished group. I thought I would start off this evening by sharing a few quick facts with you about your graduating class. Your graduating class comprises 389 North High students. Of your students, 35 of you had a grade point average above 4.0, which is pretty outstanding. Let's hear it for those students. 86% of the members of this graduating class are going on to higher education, including 4-year or 2-year colleges and trade schools. 14% plan to join the military or seek work directly out of high school. 24 of you are avid graduates, and of those avid graduates, you've already achieved over $425,000 in scholarships. Let's hear it for our avid graduates. Yes. A really exciting fact I'd like to share with you, and this is for our 622 graduates that are among both Tartan and North students. Our students last year in 622, our high school students, our graduates earned a combined total of 2,676 college credits while still in high school, saving themselves and their parents upwards of $1.26 million in college tuition before graduating from high school. Let's hear it for our students. I will tell you, for those who don't know this, we lead our neighbors in the metro area for college credits completed in our high schools. And parents, that's a lot of work, and it's not easy to do. The rigor that our students have to achieve while they're in high school is pretty high, and kudos to our kiddos for doing that hard work while still in high school. 61% of our graduating seniors have actually earned already at least some college credit before they've graduated from our high school, which is pretty amazing. Now, for you parents out there, I thought it would be fun to share just a couple quick facts for you. For our kids out here born in the years 1998 and 1999, and I'm a mom of a 17-year-old, so I'm in that same era. At the time our babies were born, Bill Clinton was president, Jesse Ventura was elected governor of Minnesota, the cost of a gallon of gas was $1.15, and the price of a movie ticket was $4.70. And for parents out there, if you can remember, AOL 4.0 was launched in 1998. They used all the world's CD production capabilities for several weeks to send all those CDs to our houses back there then, and folks were frantically preparing for Y2K at the time. I just want to remind all of our parents and to all of our graduates out there, in your lifespan, so many people supported you and helped you to get to where you are today. As you are heading towards the next phase of your life, now you are all young adults, take time to find young people in your lives to mentor and to support. What's really exciting about this generation of graduates and young adults that are entering the workforce, not only are you high achieving academics, because we've already seen what you've accomplished while still in high school, this is a group of students who are highly dedicated to our environment, service learning, the community service hours that have already been committed by our students is unbelievable. Their consciousness and awareness of serving the community, the environment is just amazing. And I hope you'll take that leadership out into the workforce and help young people behind you also do that same kind of work. So take time to find a young person to mentor in your life. Make sure you can figure out someone, a cousin, a friend, a neighbor that you can support. And also, I'm going to give you this last piece, words of wisdom this evening. This comes to you as a superintendent and as a mom. It's graduation night tonight. Make sure you all have safe plans. Make sure you're with friends. You check in on each other and check in with your moms and dads and friends and cousins, and make sure everybody gets home safe. Have a wonderful celebration. This is your night, and your bright, bright, bright future lies right in front of you. Congratulations on your high achievements.
North High School began giving a Distinguished Alumni Award in 1983. I'm honored tonight to announce the 35th recipient of that award, 1960 graduate Richard Eldridge. Richard, upon graduation from North, served in the U.S. Army for 3 years before earning a bachelor's degree in physical education from Macalester College in 1969. A master's degree in education from St. Mary's University followed in 1996. Dick's career was spent in the world of education. He taught physical education for 30 years in the Osseo School District. This was a natural for a gifted athlete. During his teaching years, he impacted students both in the classroom and outside and after their schooling years, well into their adult lives. The list of young men and women who count Dick Eldridge to be their mentor is a long one. Dick has had a parallel career to his teaching in the world of athletic officiating. He is a veteran of thousands of contests in football, basketball, and track officiating at both the high school and college levels. Dick has assumed multiple leadership positions and once again has mentored many. Dick is widely known in athletic circles across Minnesota and the upper Midwest. He affectionately is called Gramps by many, a tribute to his classy and ethical demeanor. Dick is here tonight with his wife and 4 kids. Please join me in welcoming the 2017 North High School Distinguished Alumni Richard Eldridge to the podium.
Good evening. I'm deeply honored to be here tonight and have the opportunity to address the class of 2017 and be a part of your graduation ceremony. I would like to express my appreciation to the North High Selection Committee for the award with which I was presented. North High has always held a special place in my heart, and I have great memories of being a student here. After all these years, I still remember the names of my teachers and coaches. Through their care and nurturing, I learned the value of working hard, doing my best, and gaining the confidence that I could be successful. After graduating, I decided to be a teacher and coach like Mr. Donald Gauvin, my physics teacher, basketball, and track coach. I wanted to give back to young people what I had gotten during my years at North High. When I graduated from college, I did my student teaching at John Glenn Junior High under the supervision of the legendary Roy Ward. As you can see, I didn't get too far away from my roots at North High. I have always followed North High athletic teams, and upon becoming an official and a referee, I got to be on the field, court, and track with North High coaches and athletes. I saw firsthand the bond that the athletes had with each other and with their coaches. North High was, and still is, a wonderful place to be an athlete. 57 years ago, I sat where you sit now, most pleased that I had conquered high school, but uncertain about my future. What's in store for me? Will I get a good job? Is there a spouse in my future? Kids, success, happiness, heartache? All good questions that all North graduates before you have faced. Please know that all these questions will be asked of you, in good time. The answers will come in their own time as you live your life and experience firsthand all that life has to offer. I wish the best for you. From one polar to another, I hope you enjoy the ride. And so it is that I wish for you the gift I received when I was at North High: good friends, a good education, and a chance to grow up, even as I left the comfort of high school and forged ahead into the unknown. The gifts and life lessons given to me in these classrooms and hallways are wonderful memories that I carry with me every single day. May you all be blessed with your own precious gifts. Good luck, and thank you.
Seniors who will be performing with either the band or the choir tonight should join their group at this time.
One school day 11 years ago, I entered my third hour and started class. It went something like this. Good morning, everyone. I know that a lot of you are fond of Mr. Hagel. You have him for political science or Minnesota studies. He's a great guy. He's a good friend. However, he made a mistake. You see, our district puts out a newsletter each week that's placed in the staff mailboxes, and in it, there's a classified ad section, and usually when people indicate that they want to buy or sell something, they include their first name only. Mr. Hagel made the big mistake of including both his first and last name. And now we know that he's looking to sell, or looking to buy rather, a utility trailer, evidently to pull behind his truck. Question: would you like to send him on a wild goose chase? Okay, looks like it's unanimous. Let's close the blinds. Could you turn off the lights? Notice I've already placed a towel underneath the door. Let us proceed with Operation Hagel Hush Hush. And seriously, this needs to be kept quiet because there's some potential for some fun. Josh Hopkins. Yes, Mr. Hackney. You got a deep voice. It's impressive. You could easily pass for somebody much older. Will you make the first phone call? Thanks. And yeah. I appreciate it. The next 5 minutes, we spent the next 5 minutes crafting a message that Josh could leave on Mr. Hagel's phone. It was all about a 6x9 foot Featherlight utility trailer with heavy-duty springs in excellent condition. He called. Mr. Hagel answered unexpectedly because he had a class of his own. Josh was poised and convincing. We tried not to laugh. Mr. Hagel said he didn't have time to talk, but could the caller leave his number? Again, this was 11 years ago, no caller ID. Josh did, but that last digit just wasn't right. This possibility and the others to come would not pan out for my friend. The next day, Sarah Smith left this message. Hi, I have a trailer that fits any adult-sized bike. It's a burly in great condition except for a small area on the front that has a little wood stain on it. If you're interested, give me a call. My number is. We even enlisted the help of my sister-in-law, Melissa, who does a very good elderly woman voice. No offense to anyone in the audience who may fit that description. She added this to his voicemail, although of course it sounded much better. Hi, my name is Eileen, and my niece works in your district. She said you're looking for a trailer. Well, my husband Ernie passed away a few years ago, and I have one that we used when we headed up to the lake. It's in new condition. I was thinking $200. Things haven't been the same since Ernie died, and the trailer reminds me of him, and I've always thought highly of educators. $150 works. This is a little bit cruel. Then something happened that hasn't occurred since. After school, I was driving east on 36. I was stopped at the Century Avenue light. I looked to my left, and there's Mr. Hagel. There's Tom pointing aggressively at me and motioning at me to roll down the window. He was really bossy. Why are you so bossy, Tom? I thought the jig is up. He knows he's on to us. It was fun while it lasted. But instead, he started talking about something that was going on at school that bothered him. He wanted to tell me about it. Tom is such a good listener. I try to be. I didn't listen at all. I was happy that the fun would continue. 2 days later, looking through the Pioneer Press classifieds, I saw a listing for a trailer, so the class again worked on words for Josh. He called the man with the listing, hoping to leave a message. What luck, straight to an answer machine. This time he did his best to sound like Mr. Hagel. Now I can't really talk like Mr. Hagel unless I say something like, how are ya, how are ya? He does that a lot. What luck, answer machine picks up, he says, and I quote, I've been searching for weeks. I'm so thankful. Your trailer is exactly what I want. Could you please not consider any other offers until we can arrange to meet? The price seems right. In fact, I might offer you more because this isn't convenient for you, I know. My name is Tom Hagel, and he left his number, and that certainly was the right one. I later learned through talking to Tom that this guy did call him. Tom said yes. Yes, he was looking for a trailer, but he certainly didn't phone. This guy insisted, yes, you did. They started to argue. So Operation Hagel Hush Hush ended after 2 weeks when I asked him to briefly stop in my room. Josh and Sarah made thinly veiled references to their calls, and then it dawned on him that he had been pranked. My friend was a good sport, and to his credit, he did not retaliate, although he did have me looking over my shoulder for the next 2 months. So you've just heard the story of a man who made a mistake and as a result wasted a lot of time. Sorry to put a damper on the evening, but some of you graduates run the risk of writing your own mistake stories, stories that are far more consequential and not at all amusing. These mistake stories also feature wasted time, but it's a different type of wasted time. It's entirely self-inflicted. And some of the stories could go like this. You might allow your leisure time to expand, more focused than ever on your cell phone or other screens. This may extend to a part-time job, but it won't be like the classroom, where teachers reminded you to put the phone away and then moved on. Instead, you could get fired. And then you might make the mistake of thinking you've been wronged. Or you might start a job with potential, but not work hard and routinely call in sick when you're not. Or you might piddle around at a dead-end job and not make any plans to obtain any post-secondary training, completely dismissing the possibility of entering a trade. Or you might go to college, but unofficially double major in drinking excessively and skipping class. And like 52% of those who begin at a four-year school, you will drop out or fail to earn a degree in 6 years. Many believe this looks worse on a resume than not starting college in the first place. I'd like to recommend a book to you which may help you to avoid a mistake story. And parents, maybe you even want to plug this into your phone. I think it may make a good gift. I'm not getting paid to pitch this, but it's one I could have benefited from as well. It was published 5 years ago. It's called The Defining Decade: Why Your 20s Matter and How to Get the Most of Them Now. A back portion, or a portion of the back, reads, in the defining decade, Dr. Meg Jay, a clinical psychologist, weaves the latest science with behind-closed-door stories from 20-somethings themselves, providing the tools necessary to make the most of these years. 4 highlights from the book as well. In the introduction, the author states, this decade must not be filled with irrelevant downtime, but a developmental sweet spot, which comes only once. On page 6, she urges young people to earn what sociologists call identity capital. Jay writes, identity capital is our collection of personal assets. These are the investments we make in ourselves, the things we do well enough or long enough that they become a part of who we are. On 58, she quotes a client who says, you can't just pull a great career out of your hat in your 30s. You've got to get started in your 20s. On 190, she analyzes the results of a study which reveals that, and I'm reading here, people of all ages and walks of life discount the future, favoring the rewards of today over the rewards of tomorrow. We would rather have $100 this month than $150 next month. We choose the chocolate cake and the new outfit now and face the gym and the credit card bill later. This isn't a 20-something tendency, it's a human tendency, one that underpins addiction, procrastination, health, and yes, saving for retirement. But 20-somethings are especially prone to present bias. Their brains are still developing the forward thinking it takes to anticipate consequences and plan for the future. And when they do turn to close friends or older others with nervous questions about their lives, they often receive pats on the head and stock phrases like, "It'll work out. You have all the time in the world." At the same time, 20-something exploits are met with more enthusiastic cliches such as "you're only young once" or "have fun while you can." These messages encourage what one researcher calls now or never behaviors that don't actually make us happy for long. Partying, blowing off responsibilities, being lazy, not having a real job. Again and again, they hear they have infinite time for the dreaded adult things, but so little time for the purportedly good stuff. This makes living in the present easy. It's connecting the present with the future that takes work. Class of 2017, today as we celebrate, let's also recognize that in order to step into adulthood, you must get down to the business of connecting the present to the future. And let's acknowledge that a little struggle, a little sweat, a little toil can be gratifying, and I'm sure all of you can identify with this in some way. Finally, consider this from another book, The Social Animal by David Brooks. On page 208, Brooks writes, "When we grasp some situation or master some task, there's a surge of pleasure. It's not living in perpetual harmony that produces the surge. If that were so, we'd be happy living on the beach all our lives. It's the moment when some tension is erased." Now that may sound like short-term happiness as well, but many serious students and employed people experience moments like these every day, and these are moments to feel good about. What I wish for all of you, including my daughter Ellie, is that you live out one of the best and most important stories there is, the one about the person who, with foresight and intention, proceeds to live a productive life. Make no mistake, that's a story of success. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Leja. Feel free to call me Lisa. Don't think I don't love my Hmong name, I do. It's just that no one can properly pronounce it. Now before you all wonder how to say it properly, I'll help you. Leja, Hle like glee, and Ja, Leja. Now you're wondering how on earth did my name go from Leja to Lisa? It's pretty simple. It all started with the Lisa Simpson doll. My sisters begged my parents to name me Lisa, but as you can tell, they didn't. They took matters into their own hands and named me Lisa either way. I was given my American nickname of Lisa by my sisters who grew up in California, and my birth name of Leja by my parents who were born in Thailand. We all come from different backgrounds and carry a wide range of origins with us every day that will never fade. The graduating class of 2017 has resided in a community of diversity here at North High School for the last 4 years. I am 1 out of 10 first-generation children. I am 1 out of 83 seniors who identify as Asian American. We all come from different backgrounds and individually identify as one ethnicity or another. In total, we are the 389 students of diversity, exposure, love, drive, and change here at North High School. We are the 389 students of the graduating class of 2017. In Michelle Obama's farewell speech, she stated, "Diversity is not a threat to who we are. It makes us who we are." We all carry a story that is connected in one way or another. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, to the rest of the universe atomically. Quoted from Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Let's begin at the surface. Every single person in this room today shares the same body form. 99.9% of your body is identical to the person sitting next to you. The 0.1% left represents the uniqueness in all of us. We all share similar aspirations. We want to be loved, we enjoy what we do, we set goals for ourselves. We learn to embrace our surroundings. We have many similarities, but are also so different at the same time. Accepting the differences that each individual has encourages unity, the state of being united or joined as a whole, and promotes the connection from one person to another. Whether you know it or not, exposure to diversity here at North High has impacted you in one way or another. Each and every student here offers a world of knowledge behind him or her. We teach each other of our cultures, languages, beliefs, values, and more, while being open to accepting the differences. It affects our perspective on how we solve problems in our everyday lives. Despite our differences, the potential to succeed in us is all equal. We learn to embrace our differences and use it to help one another rise to success. We stand together as one, facing the challenges of the world. We will take what we have learned from each other into our future. If we all offer a part of our lives to each other, we can change the world. To sum it all up, we are the class of diversity and unity. In the last 4 years here at North, we have opened our eyes to the diversity in language, gender, sexuality, religion, and more. We, as a community, are better problem solvers, listeners, and leaders. The environment is constantly changing, and with that, we have learned to adapt to the changes with acceptance and to communicate with others who don't share the same similarities as we do, and that is what makes the class of 2017 the change we have all been striving for. As the 389 students of the graduating class of 2017, we have exposed one another to our origins and roots. We have learned to accept each other with unity and compassion. We will continue to share the important message of motivation, change, diversity, exposure, love, and most importantly, acceptance with the many faces that we soon come to meet. We are the change. We are the future. We are North High. We are the graduating class of 2017. We are the world. There comes a time when we hear a certain call, when the world must come together as one. Thank you all for letting me share my love of music with you all. Let's hear it one last time for the class of 2017.
In my CIS communications class, Miss Sass had given me a yellow light for one of my speech ideas, kimchi. And for those of you who are not familiar with this term, a yellow light is saying, yes, this is doable, but it is going to require a lot of work on your part. Now don't worry, I don't plan on standing here and boring you all to death talking about kimchi. Although I could, I have done it once before. I want to talk about the idea of the yellow light. Going into the next chapters of our lives, whether it may be school, college, the military, or anything in between, we will all face our own yellow lights. Yellow lights can teach us a very important lesson, and that is learning how to push ourselves. They challenge us, and they force us out of our comfort zones, and this can be scary, but it is completely necessary because if we don't, we will never see what we are truly capable of. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we're not always going to be successful on our first try, and that is perfectly fine. Sometimes we can learn just as much, if not more, from our mistakes than from our success. Whether it was in the classroom, our extracurriculars, or in our own personal lives, these past 4 years have been filled with yellow lights. The decisions that we have made throughout our high school career have defined who we are today. In need of a visual example? All right. I want you all to think back to when you were a freshman. Personally, the first thing that comes to mind is ew. So now, I want you to take that cringeworthy freshman and compare them to the matured young adult you have become today. That difference is a product of yellow lights. Our future decisions, well, they're not always going to be clear-cut. The yellow lights, they don't magically come to a halt once we leave these doors. We will constantly be faced with tough decisions ranging from college, work, the military, travel, etc. And the answers you have for these right now, and the answers you have to these a year from now, I can almost guarantee you they are going to be different. But that is the beauty of life. We are ever-changing creatures morphing into new and improved versions of ourselves every single day. Remember, a self that goes on changing is a self that goes on living. Heading into the unknown, it can be very tough. But I want to reassure you all that we are well equipped because of the guidance passed down unto us by friends, parents, teachers, frankly, anyone who has had a significant impact on our lives. So, to the graduating class of 2017, I'll leave you with this. Do not be afraid of your yellow light. Thank you.
On the behalf of the staff of North High School, I am pleased to present the North High class of 2017 as having completed the requirements for a diploma from North High School in Independent School District 622.
Ayan Abdullahi Abdisalan.
Julissa Aceveda.
Tristan Robert Ackerman.
Victoria Rosalinda Ali.
Estrella Brianna Alcides.
Rachel Catherine Amundsen.
Adrian John Lee Anderson.
Robert Noel Chiagozium Anigbogu.
Abigail Marie Aranda.
Makada Makanan Araya.
Alexander James R. Curry.
Nathaniel Oren Arnquist.
Chastity Nisha Karen Ashford.
Julie Lachey Ashford.
Pauline Jo Dayo Asuncion.
Jordan Robert Auger.
Alec Caesar Babin.
Kiana Rosalia Balaga.
Irvin Barrera Gonzalez.
Jenny Barrera Marin.
Tyler Mark Bayers.
Haley Ava Bagordis.
Demetrius Bennett.
Tatiana Lorraine Benson.
Rachel Ann Marie Barasik.
Colin Michael Bergthold.
Davian Jane Bowman-Estes.
Jacob Donald Borchert.
Gabrielle Agnes Boyles.
Alyssa Lucille Boyer.
Justin Robert Breister.
Madison Taylor Brenhofer.
Nathan Gregory Brun.
Tiana Ariel Buchanan.
Allison Carr.
Justice Joseph Cardinal.
Winston Zane Carroll.
Hunter Allen Carroll.
Margaret Rose Cave.
Amanda Autumn Cottle.
Amy Chang.
Kayla Joy Cha.
Adam J. Chiarella.
Saraí Dolores Chavez Pineda.
Dale Richard Coggin Jr.
Efrain Chino Barrera.
Courtney Gallardo Cole.
Kevin Lester Clothier.
Noah Eric Collins.
Alexandra Jade Colbeth.
Chelsea Joe Cook.
Alexander David Collins.
Kevin James Danko.
Kate Marie Conway.
Ryan Paul DeMuth.
Jennifer Cortez Olanda.
Alexis Ivy Dockin.
Mason Wade Davies.
Jacob Christopher Duffney.
Joseph Patrick Donovan.
Maddie Rose Eads.
Kathleen Marie Duffner.
Madison Ann Marie Eklund.
Abigail K. Eisterhold.
Molly Lynn Erickson.
Carol Paula Arazo Vargas.
Michael Dennis Ettlinger.
Paige Rebecca Erickson.
Asia Claudia Fields.
Ellen Elizabeth Feller.
Caitlin Lee Flom.
Benjamin David Fisher.
Jonas Yao Kyautli Garcia Badillo.
Amanda Nicole Forster.
Michael Edward Geving.
Isaac Allen Gayevanik.
Evan Bryce Gill.
Emily Rachel Gerhardson.
Megan Elizabeth Klaus.
Nazanin Ganian.
Louis Terry Gray.
Jordan Lee Gillette Kelly.
Thomas Ray Gutierrez.
Madeline Ann Gettle.
Victoria Bell Hafner.
Maya Nicole Gubash.
Keith Cha Heng.
Elizabeth Grace Hackney.
Cheris June Harrington.
Bailey Rose Hyder.
Mifta Ali Hassan.
Alexander Chad Harum.
Alexandra Herr.
Jemiah Alexia Cheyenne Harris.
Jacob Zong Chuyi Herr.
Keith Timothy Heidenreich.
Ashley Hannah Herman.
Angel Herr.
Trevor Joseph Heron.
Yang Herr.
Callista Renee Hobbs.
Jose Hernandez.
Jennifer Ann Hanza.
Jonathan Hugh.
Vantez Seante Hubbard.
Tejana Martise Hodges.
Lauren Nicole Insara.
Noah Hunter Howard.
Christopher Allen Jackson.
Riley Joseph Hunter.
Donovan Clark Jelinek.
Katana Lorraine Sophia Ivory.
Amberly Assumption Johnson.
Aishan Purnell Johnson.
Bailey George Johnson.
Bodie Allen Johnson.
Brandon William Johnson.
Erica Elaine Johnson.
Alexis Marie Jones.
Jake Gerald Johnson.
Cheyenne Jordan Gerardo.
Sarah Elise Jorgensen.
Nabil Bassem Kablawi.
Theodore Stephen Jurek.
Kennedy Jonathan Kamoga.
Sadio Khalif Kadie.
Stephanie Diana Kedra.
Netzanet Debebe Casa.
Cameron Lee Kelly.
Brianna Marie Kakadakis.
Melody Page Kelly.
Fernando John Kelly.
Emily Galhi Long.
Emily Gaozhong Kang.
Tyler Thomas Kraus.
Ashante Brianna Kirk.
Ryan William Coleman.
Joshua William Corngable.
Jacob James Lampard Craig.
Jake Owen Kubatowitz.
Abigail Faith Lanier.
Haley Lynn Kostelski.
Samuel Arthur Larson.
Crystal Ann Landsverk.
Isabella Therese Lavarado.
Mariah K. Larson.
Tomas Rodrigo Liel.
Evan Joseph Lescott.
Cleja Lee.
Kiatone Ethan Laberjour.
King Cha Lee.
Brandon Lee.
Punia Lee.
Jordan Chineg Lee.
Sarah Kashia Lee.
Ong Lee.
Sina Sage Lee.
Riley Lee.
Tanner James Leahy.
Sheng Lee.
Nicholas Paul Linnell.
Chiacha Mariana Lee.
Ethan Elias Lowe.
Henry Lynn.
Jacob Edward Luzak.
Yuseng Elliott Lohr.
Renee Marie Marr.
Evan Lee.
Nicholas George Malakowski.
Alicia Makarenko.
Jairo Maldonado Torres.
Corrali Maldonado.
Alexander Young Martinson.
Emily May Mara.
Blake Charles McCormick.
Tito Johnson Mossely.
Luke James McDonald.
Matthew Ray McCubbin.
Rachel Faye McSherry.
Lauren Gabrielle McGurran.
Bailey Robert Melismon.
Vincent Meek.
Brody Daniel Miller.
Jacob Allen Mitchell.
Patrick James Miller.
Mia Jade Miller.
Dago Mohammed.
Alam Mohammed.
Gunnar Slade Monson.
Christopher William Mollahan.
Mark Anthony Moreno Jr.
Christopher Henry Morgan.
Dante Tyrell Morgan.
Kendra Faye Morissette.
Chua Mercy Mua.
Luke G. Wong Nakamura.
Danielle Julia Nelson.
Emma Grace Nelson.
Danielle Therese Nickel.
Justin Lee Neidfeld.
Aldo Israel Nauyeron Barrera.
Catherine Diana O'Brien.
Elise Mary O'Brien.
Erin Ann O'Brien.
Melissa Marie Oberfrank.
Alufasayo Oduelu Odiemi.
Morgan Rose Olszewski.
Edward George Olson Enamorado.
William John Orm.
Maria del Pilar Oropesa Guerra.
Kayla Lisbeth Ortiz.
Dylan Yorick Adi.
Felicia Paijebo.
Valeria Palma.
Margaret Louise Panic.
Samantha Margaret Parker Brito.
Nicole Ann Paulson.
Julianne Gail Pedersen.
Sarah Ann Perrine.
Haley Ann Peterson.
Kevin Michael Pilarski Jr.
Ryan Lee Peterson.
Vaughn Rogue Pouncey.
Binod Pudel.
Samantha Renita Quist.
Melanie Simone Price.
Adon Rangel Palmeno.
Matthew Robert Rayner.
Caitlin Ann Rick.
Angela Reyes.
Brian Rivas.
Preston James Ritchie.
Elisa Giselle Rodriguez.
Jasmine Rose Rocha.
Melissa Rodriguez.
Arsenio Garcia Rodriguez Jr.
Megan Elizabeth Rubelki.
Gabriel Martin Rodriguez Donch.
Jordan Sue Ryman.
Giovanni Salas Lemus.
Karina Santana Areola.
Catherine Nicole Savageau.
Caleb Jamal Schulz.
Connor Thomas Shell.
Callie Mae Shell.
Madeline Marie Schneider.
Abigail Jo Schuweiler.
Rachel Marie Schulte.
Joe Schultz.
Margaret Ann Schultz.
Rashad Litre Scott.
Mary Elizabeth Skull.
Tyler Matthew Seaford.
Zhang Seng Tao.
Riley Joseph Shanley.
Cody Ryan Schabold.
Elizabeth Claire Shipolsky.
Darnell Lamar Smith.
Lauren Johanna Smith.
Noah Michael Smith.
Riley Cheyenne Smith.
Selena Marie Smith.
Jason Thor Snaza.
Leanne Diana Solorio Soberanis.
Natasha Michelle Somervold.
Cole Jacob Suler.
Alicia Marie St. Germain.
Carissa Starr.
Joelle Janice Stoff.
Joshua Patrick Steckler.
Callie Ann Stepanek.
Shayla Christine Stewart.
Kelsey Lee Swifter.
Ryan Anthony Stokies.
Dre Adam Strang.
Anarchy Elizabeth Stuvey.
Taylor Marie Swike.
Kiara Marie Swift.
Aseda Zamita Tana.
Antonene Zemedi Tana.
Anthony Tao.
Christopher Tanarelli.
Darian Kongmong Tao.
Chur Tao.
Lychia Melissa Tao.
Jean Yang Vanessa Tao.
Philip Feilong Tao.
Pachia Tao.
Jerry Tao.
Sadie Tao.
Winston Tucci Tao.
Trinity H.K. Tao.
Alyssa Marie Thiel.
Dayton James Tessing.
Charlie Jeffrey Thole.
Christopher Carl Thigpen Baker.
Iyasu Tefera.
Lonnie Lantrell Thomas.
Margaret Marquita Thomas.
Demarion Russell Thompson.
Jason Allen Thompson Jr.
Davion Jaden Thornton.
Jason Hai To.
Holly Nicole Towner.
Jaquez Deshante Towns.
Ryan Tyler Trembath.
Rachel Nicole Cheetah.
Ebony Clemise Turman.
Angie Iabishor Uko.
Miguel Urbina Jr.
Miguel Angel Valdovinos.
Caitlin Michelle Valencourt.
Austin Vang.
Haley Esme Vang.
Ivan Vang.
Katrina Sheyang Vang.
Leon Vang.
Lovely Vang.
Tyvin Niron Vang.
Yang Hang Vang.
Georgine K. Varland.
Karam Vasquez.
Andrea Louise Von Henneber.
Anthony Vu.
Jacqueline Vu.
Nari Dur Vu.
Thomas James Wagner.
Robert Wallstrom.
Tiana Irene Welk.
Grady Stephen Westling.
Jocelyn Jean Westfall.
Kiana Darnell Williams.
Megan Lynn Williams.
Ashley Marie Wilson.
Isaiah Kevin Lamont Wilson.
Jackie DeConte Wilson.
Adam Shiyi Zhang.
Ma Li Zhang.
Tang Fua Zhang.
Yang Bi Zhang.
Chidra Yang.
Steve Yang.
Chushi Yang.
Epiphany Gaozhang Yang.
Gao Zhang Yang.
Joshua Yang.
Kalia Yang.
Kevin Yang.
Kimberly Yang.
Minu Yang.
Mitchell Lee Yang.
Pia Yang.
Yang Yang.
Yula Yang.
Anas Badri Yusuf.
Casey Kathleen Zipelt.
Timothy Michael Zimmich.
Elizabeth Helen Zoya.
Rashad Jamal Hamilton.
Alexis Vivian Kolstad.
Mai Tao Chang.
Jamari Blackwell.
Samantha K. Hengel.
Austin Joseph Schaefer.
Charmaine Wright.
Perry Lee Thomas.
Geraldine Kong.
Nicholas Alexander Weldon.
Dominic Jordan Alexander.
Madrid Gayton Castrajón.
Kaylee Catherine Erdis.
So graduates, we have a couple more tasks. Would you all please stand? And at this time, would you take your tassel and move it from the right side to the left side? And we now know the tradition of hats in the air. Congratulations.